A hardcore right-winger has made the maximum legal donation to Cornel West. That's right, to the left-wing candidate for president, Cornel West. We're going to really have to talk about some things here, my friends. NBC News reports Cornel West draws maximum donation from Republican mega donor Harlan Crow. Cornel West is challenging Joe Biden from the left, running as an independent now after dropping a Green Party bid. Harlan Crow made the $3,300 donation in August, weeks before West abandoned the Green Party nomination to run independent. Crow has called West a self-proclaimed non-Marxist socialist and longtime professor at Princeton, a good friend. West has defended his campaign from questions about whether it would draw support from Joe Biden, calling the two-party system an impediment for the flower of American democracy. It's really important to understand why a right-winger would donate to Cornel West. I know most of you know the answer. I know you do. And it's because Cornel West genuinely could hurt Joe Biden. Initially, there was this idea that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is going to hurt Joe Biden. Then we figured out it's a lot of right-wingers who like RFK. And now that RFK Jr. has abandoned his primary challenge of Joe Biden and is running independent, there is disastrous new polling out from Marist PBS NewsHour that shows that actually the addition of RFK as a third-party candidate takes significantly more support from Donald Trump than it does from Joe Biden, and probably gains for Joe Biden somewhere around 3 or 4 points when you add RFK Jr. That's fantastic news. I would love the entire RFK Jr. thing to backfire and to help Joe Biden. But let's now talk about Cornel West. Cornel West probably is more likely to take support from Joe Biden than from anybody else. And so when you see Harlan Crow, and if the name sounds familiar, Harlan Crow is the guy who gave Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, the vacations, the trips, the yacht stays, the private flights, all of that stuff. The reason that a right winger would fund Cornel West, other than it's his friend, is that it is going to hurt Joe Biden, which if I were a right winger, I would be trying to find ways to prevent Joe Biden from getting reelected. There is no way at this point in time that Cornel West doesn't recognize that he is potentially a spoiler candidate. Now, you can make whatever argument you want about our system or about Cornel West or Joe Biden isn't entitled to be president or to the nomination. But that's absolutely and completely fine. As long as you at some point come around to the undeniable reality that Cornel West knows he can't win, that Cornel West knows that the greatest impact he could have, best case, and by best, it's worst, but best in terms of the most impact he could have is helping to elect Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis or whoever is the Republican nominee. I don't even, many of you wrote in significantly reacting to the news that Cornel West owes $500,000 in unpaid taxes and child support and said, it changed my view of his ethics and his morality or whatever. Forget about all those are legitimate reasons to say, I don't know that I'm going to vote for Cornel West because I don't like that. That's totally fine. But you have to go beyond that and say the best he can hope to do in terms of impact is to deny Joe Biden the presidency in lieu of Donald Trump. And to me, that seems like a disastrous thing to do. Maybe you don't see it as disastrous. And if that's the case, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. If you're familiar with me and my show, you know that I don't promote crazy supplements, drinkable silver, wacky stuff that right-wing shows do. I don't offer miracle cures or anything like that. I promote products that are backed by science and that make sense at the end of the day. That's what our sponsor AG1 is. It's really simple. Instead of taking dozens of different vitamins, potentially spending hundreds of dollars on them, what I do is before my morning cappuccino, I have a scoop of AG1 in water. Simple. I get the entire day's worth of vitamins, minerals, prebiotics, probiotics. It's in a form that you can absorb and utilize. It tastes good. You can put it in a drink. You can put it in a shake. Whatever works for you. Unlike routines that involve all sorts of pills and gummies and the inconvenience and the difficulty of maintaining it, AG1 is just foundational nutrition made easy and affordable. I've even gotten some friends and family hooked on AG1 because it's just simple. It's simple and more cost effective. Go to drinkag1.com/Pacman. You'll get 5 free travel packs of AG1 and a year's supply of vitamin D for free. The link is down below.